Today we'll be talking about the stages of mentorship. My name is Fidelis Mutuku and I'm here with a guest mentor from Jijali Entrepreneurship Program. Her name is
Kathleen Morethi.
Like any other process, mentorship goes through certain stages in order for it to be successful. The time spent in each stage depends on the relationship that the mentor has built with the mentee, but what is certain is that progress is consistent. So Kathleen, what is it like to be a mentor?
Being a mentor is an exciting experience, an enigma of sorts that makes life all the more interesting. Of course, for such an experience, there are highs and lows. But in Jijali, the highs definitely supersede the lows, because as a mentor in Jijali, I get to interact with incredible individuals who are doing brilliant things in the society. So being part of this ecosystem is sort of a lighthouse for me as a mentor.
Okay. And since you've been in Jijali for how many years?
For a year now.
For a year. In a few words, can you explain the process of mentorship?
Well, a mentoring process goes through 4 stages. Okay. So for the mentoring process, the first stage is initiation or preparation. So here as a mentor, what I do is I initiate the first point of contact with the mentee. Okay. So depending on the demography of the mentee, the first point of contact could be via call, via Skype, email, or even SMS, or WhatsApp video or SMS. So now what we do here is we get to develop a personal connection with the mentee. Okay. So now I get to introduce myself and we get to interact from a personal point of view, talk about the objectives that we both have in the program, and then now build it towards the second stage. So on the second stage is known as the cultivation stage. So here we get to analyze what are the guidelines that are going to guide the relationships that we're going to have in the course of the program. So we talk about the expectations that the mentee has with regards to the program, also outline my expectations, and just in general talk about the areas of improvement that they want to be tackled or they want to achieve at the end of the program. Of course, there has to be a set of regulations. So for the regulations, we talk about the schedules for the mentor call. So we look at the schedules of both myself and the mentee and sort of find a tandem on them. As a mentor, I have to create a portfolio just so we can all be on the same page. So, and we don't miss the mentor call. So that stage is known as the growth stage. So here, in the second stage, we're talking about the commitments. So in that stage, we get to now test them. So now, my expectations, or rather my responsibilities as a mentor, is I get to review the tasks that the mentee will submit, and then we have a course discussion either every week or bi-weekly. So now, if the mentee has committed himself or herself to, submit the tasks on time and be available for the course discussion, then now here is where we test that. So we get to grow a lot. We get to test some of the values that we have. We get to also compromise on so many things because we're all working towards a common objective. So we have to go back and forth. At the end of the day, we all grow as a people and as a team because the mentee and myself, we are both team players in this program. Yeah, so we have to work together. They have to do their part. I have to do my part in order to achieve the common objective. So now we move on now to the 4th stage. So the 4th stage is known as the closure. So here is where the mentoring process ends. For Jijali, most times it does not end here because of the personal connections that I have been able to build with the mentee. So it can even go beyond Jijali. So the friendship continues and we get to interact even more often aside from the program.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you've talked about 4 stages of the mentorship process.
Yes.
Which one would you say is the most important stage?
The most important stage for me will be the first stage, the initiation. Because if it is not done according to plan, then everything else will crumble at some point. If I ask you, if you're trying to build a relationship with someone, if the first impression is not what you wanted it to be, then there will be a lot of obstructions in the course of that relationship. So it works the same way when it comes to the mentoring process between me and the mentee. So if I don't do it right, or if they don't do it right, then we're going to experience a lot of obstructions as we forge forward towards the 3 stages. So now, if I don't do it right, then we crumble. Yeah, so that to me is the most important stage of the mentoring process.
Okay. So there you have it, guys. We have seen that there are 4 stages in the mentorship process. We have the preparation stage, we have the cultivation stage, we have the growth stage, and finally, of course, we have the closure stage, by which we have seen the most important stage is the first stage, that is the preparation stage. Thank you and happy learning.